Hey everybody, imagine everyone on my channel and said, where the hell did this guy go to? And don't really have any excuses. I went to a couple of events in October and November, didn't put up hardly anything for videos, and I've just been kind of working and doing life. But I'm going to Adepticon tomorrow. I'll be there from Wednesday to early Sunday morning. U.S. Nationals this year is only one day. It's a kind of interesting event. I'm playing in the team tournament. I'm going to be playing with Paul Walker from War HQ, so that'll be really fun. We're going to be roommates as well, so I'm really looking forward to spending some time with Paul, and hopefully he'll re-motivate me to get back into making some videos. The local gaming guys in the community has been kind of scattered lately, so I haven't had a whole lot of time, but or playing opportunities. But I am going to Nationals, so I didn't put a lot of thought into my list this year. I wanted to just take something different, and I'm kind of baited myself into taking not an optimal list, but I'm going to just kind of plug it through. I think the best list to take would be Japanese and play them like I did my Romanians. It's not 1,250 points this year though; it's only 1,000. With an interesting caveat, there's 4 games. The first game being 500 points, and it has to be derived from your list. It can't be a separate list. So, with that in mind, I wanted to take a pretty strong 500 point list that could deal with anything, and then hopefully in the 1,000 point games, just kind of expand on that. And I don't know if I took a very good list, but we'll see how it does. I'll go over it with you real quick. So this is my U.S. Army planning for the event. And when you look at it, I have a 500 point list, and that's going to be a second lieutenant with a buddy. I have 3 6-man infantry squads. So 1, 2, 3. And the 3 6-man infantry squads, one of them has 4 submachine guns in it. The other 2 have a bar in it. I have a medium mortar with a spotter. And then I have an M15 MGC, which is basically a half-track, 7 armor open top. It has a heavy autocannon and 2 heavy machine guns. So they all have to fire at the same target though. So it will be devastating against any small vehicles. Light tanks, it can hold its own. The heavy autocannon is a weapon system that I always talk about taking. It's got a 72-inch range with a +3 armor penetration, so it'll be +2 at anything over 36. At a 500 point game, that should dominate as far as anti-tank capabilities. If I run against a T-38 or other small type of tank, Panzer 38 I should say, a small, like a Panzer II, I should be able to dominate that. As long as I can get some shots on it first. The heavy machine guns will provide pins because they are a heavy weapon, they're +1. Against soft skins and whatnot, I should be able to tear them up. And then if there's no armor, then it should be able to just sit back and be a nice fire base, because my infantry squads are kind of fragile with only 6 men each. I do like the Americans that can move and fire without a penalty, with a bar in there giving you an additional shot. It's not a lot of firepower, but we're talking 500 points. The mortar does what it does. So when I expand my list to, I also have this truck. It's a Dodge 3/4 ton truck. It's in my 500 point list, and it does have a medium machine gun on it. So that will give me mobility at the 500 points. I can put my 6-man submachine gun squad and my lieutenant in there and zoom it up if I have to, and then have the rest of the guys kind of just give supporting fire and try to pick out targets. When I go to 1,000 points, I've added a few things. I've added 3 more infantry squads with the rifles in a bar. I've added my heavy, 75 millimeter recoilless, which is basically a light howitzer. That's the only thing that's veteran. Everything else is regular. And then I have a Jeep with a medium machine gun, an M18 Hellcat. So the M18 Hellcat is pretty much the one that I'm taking for, I'm not sure why. It's 165 points with recce. If I face armored cars and whatnot, I mean, my armor is only a 7 open top, so I can't take a lot of damage, but I have a heavy anti-tank gun on there, so I can just sit back at the edge of the board and just try to pick out any armored cars and things like that. You know, it's really not, this list doesn't really fit my play style. perfectly. I usually like to just get up in there and mix it up. Whenever I seem to hold back and try to pick things apart, it never works out like I plan. The good thing about the Hellcat is that it's basically a fear-inspiring model. I think it will keep things at bay. Doesn't have any machine guns on it. It's just got a heavy anti-tank gun. I didn't even upgrade the heavy machine gun on the top because I didn't have the points. And but I figured I wouldn't need it because if I'm shooting with the heavy machine gun on that, I've overpaid for a platform with a heavy machine gun. Should be just picking out armored units if there are any, because when they add their 500 points to their 1,000, imagine there's only going to be light tanks. I doubt anybody's going to take a 500 point list, handicapping themselves for that one game by taking a big tank. You could see their 500 point add on a medium tank like a Sherman or a Grant or something, but at least I'll have an answer for that and just keep it at bay. But with the Recce, I should be able to just be in a standoff with it and let my other units do the work. It's a pretty vanilla list. There's really not much to it, but I'm playing in the team tournament with Paul. We're taking Japanese, and I think that will be pretty fun to play. Give me a taste for the Japanese army, and so I will try to post some videos while I'm there. Try to stay in touch with you guys. I do appreciate some people have been commenting. I think some people found my channel a little bit late, and just like anything in hobby, it's like once you get started watching videos, it's like, where'd this guy go? So hopefully I'll get some videos up. I know Paul Walker is going to probably be putting some videos up. He does a really good job. If you haven't found his page, they haven't been searching. So, all right, guys. Talk to you over the course of the week.